On today's show.
Choose wisely.
Welcome to today's episode, Kick the Keg, we're back.
All right, so glad you guys are with us.
So we're here in North Miami at Lost City Brewing, okay? I'm super excited. They got a lot
We
of
haven't
fun
been
stuff.
to Miami yet. This is our first time.
Yeah, this is our first Miami brewery. So they have a great aesthetic here and they have amazing beers. So we're super excited to be here.
Right, I like your hat.
I like yours, man.
Yeah. All right, what's our first beer for today?
All right, so we're gonna do Audrey 2. This is their hibiscus saison.
Ooh.
All right, so hibiscus is always gonna be super light and flowery, and saisons are gonna have that they're gonna be dry, they're gonna be carbonated, somewhat like.
Oh, like a champagne.
Hey, this guy, he knows.
Oh, I can't wait to try it then.
So historically, these are from Belgium, and they were actually made on farm, so they are considered farmhouse ales. There aren't any particular identifying characteristics as far as saisons go, because there were so many different saisons being made from all these farmers, and basically all these farmers made all these different variations of these saisons. But this is gonna be light. Your ABV is gonna be 6 to 8%. It's not gonna be
really,
super
really
big.
smooth then.
Yeah, it's gonna be super clean. These are really good. So, and they're refreshing as well. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I mean, after our adventure earlier, I'm pretty hot, so I could use something refreshing.
Look at that.
I'm just
beer.
glad we survived, bro.
It's pink. Well, you survived. I did not. And Audrey 2 is named actually after the big Venus flytrap in Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh,
so,
really?
Yeah, that's a
Okay.
little cool historical point. Cheers.
Cheers.
So you get that yeast right in the nose, but the hibiscus is right there. It's very subtle in the finish, but overall it's a super clean beer, really refreshing.
Extremely refreshing.
Yeah.
And yeah, kind of like you mentioned, it reminds me a little bit of like a champagne.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. So it's gonna be bubbly in that sense as far as how champagnes are made, right? And this is something you're definitely want to drink on a hot day, especially down here in South Florida where it can go from 75 to 103 within 20 minutes. So
There you
yeah.
go.
And guys, this beer is only 6.5%. It's super light as far as ABV goes, index wise. So it's gonna be chill. You can have a bunch of these, and you won't get super drunk.
You'll still feel good. It kind of has to me like a guava undertone.
Look
You
at
think?
this guy, guys. I am so proud right now. I'm such a proud co-host. Look, I have the fake imaginary tear right here.
I want a real one, man. I
undertones.
want a real tear.
This guy? Cheers, guy.
Cheers, brother. So we have something else coming up, right? What are we gonna drink?
No, we definitely do. Hopefully it's beer.
Okay, I hope so.
Hey guys, I got a surprise for you.
Hey, this guy.
Mijito, ¿quiere flan?
Hey.
I like the sound.
This is Ken, by the way.
Ken, yeah.
And thanks for having us on, man.
Guys, welcome to Lost City Brewing. Thank you guys for coming over and being here. And I'm very happy to be able to share this delicious, what's now known as a pastry stout with you guys.
Pastry stout. Okay, so pastry stouts, all right? They're stouts, but they're gonna basically be flavored after like cakes or pastries.
This is our flan sweet stout. It is actually a milk stout. It is brewed with milk sugar, lactose, and we also flavor it with other ingredients that mimic the taste of flan. You know, there's like caramel, there's vanilla bean, so you know it's robust. You know, it's got a bit of roast to it. You know, in the forward flavor, and then you get that smoothness, you get that sweetness, and you know, it's a really nice dessert beer.
Oh, you sold me. You sold me.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
me too, man.
Let's do it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Woo.
I like how you pour, by the way.
Thank you. We like full pours.
Hey, this is definitely better than Ya Abuelita's flan. I'm letting you know that now. A lot of times, you know, people get afraid of those stouts because they're big, they're overwhelming sometimes. This is super easy to drink. We get all those flavors right in your palate, okay? And it finishes off really sweetly, which you new beer drinkers who aren't really drinking beer, but you should because you're watching the show, this is something you'll definitely want to try out. This is definitely a good gateway stout.
I mean, it's a very approachable beer for people
sure.
who don't know about craft beer, especially that they haven't been introduced to stouts. This is a good way to get them started, you know, because the sweetness is always, you know, favorable. So Lost City was started by 3 childhood friends. My name is Ken. The other 2 brewers is Daniel and Christopher. We've been brewing together since 2011. And we used to operate under a different name before, 4th H Brewing. But when we decided to go commercial, we rebranded into Lost City.
Which I love, by the way. This is awesome.
Thank you. We opened roughly 2 months ago. We started doing to-go sales only because of the COVID restrictions. But since phase 3, you know, went into effect, we were able to finally open our doors and, you know, let everybody join the expedition.
From our first meeting with them, it was clear that the brewers are extremely knowledgeable on what they're doing here. So they're not joking around here.
There's a lot of culture here. Explain that.
So basically, Lost City was born from the concept that we wanted to brew culturally inspired ales. We wanted to take pieces from time, ingredients, historical people, historical places, and somehow, you know, weave that into the product that we create. We have the flan sweet stout, which, you know, it's a Hispanic dessert, you know, very popular Hispanic dessert, and it identifies, you know, with the Hispanic roots here in Miami. You know, we also brew a New England IPA that's named Olita River, which is, you know, named after the river that runs here in our hometown. So when you come in here and you sit down and you taste these beers and you taste the different flavors, the different profiles, it should be a journey. It should be an adventure, and that's where the concept of Lost City comes from.
I like it. And one thing that you've told to me is like, I really want to see more diversity in the brewery, you know, business here in Florida. And
there is a huge lack of diversity in this industry, and I think it's important that this is one of our most important episodes, only because this is something that represents something that we want to do as a brand. I'm just super glad we got to come here and with these culturally inspired beers. I think that's super, super important. Guys, also, just a little fun fact. If you see this, it says Abraxas. So a little history lesson. Abraxas is actually one of the first craft beer bars in Miami. They were actually like a big craft beer bar before like craft beer was actually like super, super popular, especially in Florida. Florida's always been behind the ball as far as craft beer in general. Shout out to Diego for starting Abraxas, and without Abraxas, we don't get Lost City. So shout out to him. Your friends who are not watching the show, I mean, it should be a lot of you by now, but get more of your friends to watch the show. Repost, share the love, follow us, Instagram, YouTube, you know the deal.
Guys, drink responsibly, right? And share the love, all right?
And guys, make sure you come out to Lost City and let them know that you saw the show and that's the reason why you're here, because the beers are phenomenal. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.